Giving your designer, your contractor, the space to really make something special is to your benefit. So don't hire a designer when you need help. Hire a designer when you foresee that you'll need help.
Built in 1950, this Southside Village home behind me, just over 3,000 square foot, consisting of 3-bed, 2-bath, along with a 1-bed, 1-bath guest house out back. Through the assistance of Jill Geisdorf with Chic On The Cheap, they totally reimagined the space, and I get to show it to you today. Come with me. So Jill, tell me a little bit about Chic On The Cheap.
Okay. Chic On The Cheap is a group of talented interior designers that value the process in addition to the end result. So it's not about being cheap. It's about spending your money wisely. We like to use a lot of different design tactics to get you to your goal without breaking the bank.
One of the things you told me on the phone when we first spoke is that you should hire your designer early at the beginning of the process. Tell me, why is that?
I feel very strongly about that. I don't know if it's my anxiety or OCD or type A, but there's something in me that does a much better job when we plan early and often. There's a lot of times when the design just needs time and space to bloom, and if you're rushed, that's going to be a problem. So sometimes there'll be a challenging design aspect, and I'll just move it to the back of my brain, and I'll be driving to Little League or cooking dinner, and something just clicks. So it's when things are under the surface that the magic happens. So giving your designer, your contractor, the space to really make something special is to your benefit. So don't hire a designer when you need help. Hire a designer when you foresee that you'll need help.
And I think one of the unique aspects to this project is you have the main house, but you had a guest house. So you started with these folks out there to kind of really get that bond going, and then brought that over here. Tell me a little bit about how that process played out.
Exactly. So when I stepped foot on the property, I said, wow, this really has a lot of potential. We need some time to make sure we get it right, because you don't want to do it twice. So we started in the guest house because we analyzed it and saw that really there were no big changes. We weren't relocating walls or moving spaces. We were doing a facelift, change the floor, the paint, the cabinets, the furniture. That allowed us to dream about the main house and get to know each other. Everybody's brain is different. Everybody processes information differently. So it was nice to have that time to just take it slow and get it right for the main house, while the guest house was very straightforward.
So you walked me through the layout of this house as it was when the current owners purchased it. It was chopped up. It was totally different, obviously, than it is today. You told me kind of what you did with that space mentally, and it made an awful lot of sense. Maybe just tell folks, if they're walking into these projects, like how you can simplify it a bit and really get a better understanding as to what it could be versus what it is today.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've been hired in the home shopping process. So sometimes clients will say, can you come with me to tour this property, because you're going to know if it has potential or not, Jill. We trust you. So when I walked into this property, I saw living space right down the middle, foyer, kitchen, living room, and then off to the sides, I saw really choppy bedrooms, bathrooms, laundry. And I said, oh, well, this is really easy. Open it up, make it a split plan. We're done. And they're like, oh, yeah, that works. So all I did was I just put it on paper and walked them through it. And here we are today.
And a beautiful end result. So from the eye of a designer, what are those important elements that turn a house into a home for someone?
Good question. So I like to get to know my clients, know their background, their lifestyle. How do they want to live in this property? It might be their primary home. It might be their second home. It might be the vacation home for their family. So I want to learn about them so we can find what they like, what they don't like, and sprinkle that throughout the house. So sometimes it's a cohesive color palette. Sometimes it's patterns repeating that people pick up on or don't, but the client and I know, so it's a nice little story that we have together. One way you can personalize your house is with your light fixtures. So in this instance, we might have looked at, I don't know, like 100 foyer lights, but as soon as we saw the pendant lights over the island, we knew those were the ones. And every time she comes down, she says, oh, I just love those lights. They're just beautiful. So that's a way that you can turn a house into a home.
Awesome. Thank you so much today.
Thank you.
If you'd like some assistance in putting together a team that can help you reimagine a space, if you're looking for a project to take on, or if you've got an existing home like this that you're considering selling, reach out to Be Well.